Hello YouTube, Death Genie here with my friend Patrick, and we're going to compare some transport vehicles today.
Well, let's get started, I suppose. So first off, I guess the Freelancer. It's a length of 32, beam of 16 meters, and height of 8 meters. So a relatively small ship, but it does carry 20 tons, which is pretty good for its size. It's got a two-person crew, so easily manageable. And it's got the engine somewhere on there. It's got an engine. It's got the 2X TRS, so
TR5.
TR5.
Yeah, the
Sorry,
TR5.
I'm not wearing my glasses today, everyone, so my vision's a bit off. It's all good.
Yeah, it's got two of the TR5, which is fairly standard among these transports. I mean, if we look at that compared to the Caterpillar, which is about 6 meters off of being twice the size, has two of the same exact engines. Probably can't propel itself just as fast.
Mm-hmm.
So the Freelancer is probably faster in that aspect. And we look at the Starfarer, which is extremely massive in every category and has two TR5 and one TR6. And
Right.
then we've got the Constellation, which is obviously extremely fast because it's got four TR6,
Right.
which are very large engines. You can see them on the side in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's 20 tons as the standard for the smaller, or the smallest ship is 20 tons, that's pretty good. The Caterpillar, which is probably only has 20 tons because it's a pirating ship and needs to hold 5 people and all sorts of massive weaponry.
Right.
So we've got, yeah, the Freelancer's the smaller ship. It may very well be the most profitable ship in certain aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, the Caterpillar's got its pirating niche, so
Right. Right. Yeah.
it's hard to compare on the same level. If I mean, assuming there is a lawful Caterpillar somewhere, it's probably not going to be hauling quite as fast as the Freelancer,
Mm-hmm.
considering I mean, the null cargo mass is only, what is that, 13,000 larger, even though it is a much heftier ship. It also holds 5 people, so you're going to efficiently man this ship with 5 people, which means you're splitting the profits 5 ways.
Right.
It's kind of hard to do.
Exactly.
Um, then we look at the Constellation. We've got a 35-ton cargo capacity, and it holds a max crew of 4. Now, these max crews, I don't believe they include passengers, considering that there's 4 seats in the Freelancer, and there's also, I believe there's additional seats in the Caterpillar, and there's plenty of additional seats in the Constellation. So these are actual crew needed to man the ship.
Mm-hmm. Right. Um, well, I think what we're seeing is definitely with regards to the cargo ships, you've got really three different types. You've got your smaller one, you've got your medium size, and you've got the larger Freelancer, Constellation, and Starfarer in that order. Um, where the Caterpillar, it's really sort of its own sort of category. It's as far as pirating goes, yeah, it does sort of take its basis off of a cargo ship. It's all about the looting, getting in close, with that tractor being able to haul in other ships. Um, it does really benefit that pirating class. But it is significantly different. That's why I suppose between the smaller ship and the pirating ship, you've got the Freelancer and the Caterpillar. You've got the same tonnage capacity, but again, two very different jobs. One of them is far more warlike in its ambitions. Um, so between the cargo ships themselves, it's really a matter of size. The Constellation is going to be very fast, as you mentioned, so probably very good at avoiding pirates. Not sure how well it will do on one-on-one combat. It is armed, so it might do all right. But
It is pretty heavily armed. I mean,
yeah.
it does. Right now, it currently has 2 sets of Heatseeker missiles in an 8 pack.
Hmm.
That's just taking up 2 Class 3 slots, and it's got 4 additional available. So if you put together all those missiles, you've got a lot of Heatseeker missiles.
Right.
Um, and it's also got its Class 2 turrets, which are semi-mobile, and it's also got its Panther twin turrets, which are class 5s, which are completely rotary, and they can move their turrets up and down and whatnot. But you also notice that the Starfarer doesn't appear to have a jump engine. It has no additional equipment whatsoever, according to this currently. It also has a lack of weapons. So it's even though it is a massive ship, it's definitely going to need some fighter escorts, and it's going to need fighter escorts, and it's not going to be able to go as fast because it doesn't have a jump engine.
Right.
Whereas the Freelancer has, of course, its Tarsus Leaper jump engine, and the Constellation, being made by RSI, has an RSI jump engine. But then you see the Caterpillar with its tractor beam, so there's another reason that it's going to be better for pirating than actual legal cargo transporting.
Right. Yeah. And with the Starfarer, I mean, like you sort of, pretty much brushed over this, but it's going to be very, very vulnerable on its own. So very, very good target for pirates who are, really want to get into that. It's going to be a lot of cargo, a lot of loot, fairly unprotected, very slow. So I think that's really something to look out for there as far as pirates go.
Another thing with the Starfarer is it's a standard fuel transporter, so the pirates are going to have to be careful when they're shooting at this thing. They're going to have to take it down very carefully. Otherwise, they're going to spark something and cause an explosion with the ship.
Right.
Even with I'm assuming this is solid rocket fuel or like gas that has some sort of burnable like gas inside of it. So when a shot penetrates through there, it's probably going to ignite whatever's in there and quickly blow up everything, and then all of a sudden there's the vacuum of space, so the explosion's going to be fairly small.
Right. So, yeah, another danger there.
So even if the pirates do blow it up, which wouldn't be profitable for them, I don't think they'd take too much damage.
Yeah.
But they're definitely going to want to target the Starfarer. That'd be an easy ship to take down. And even though the Constellation, even though is going to be fairly fast, I can imagine those 4 giant engines that are fairly exposed would be easy to take down as well. So the Caterpillar it's gonna have its work cut out for it, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of these Caterpillars out and about pirating these other lawful transport ships.
Right.
I'm sure they'll come out with more transport ships before too long, but these are the 4 current ones. And yeah, well, I guess we'll end the video here. This has been Death Genie and my friend Patrick. If you like the video, subscribe for more, and tune in next time for more reviews on ships. Bye.